Hello everyone! Glitchy sounds are great, and not only for glitchy beats. You can achieve really nice ear candy with them. There are plenty of effects that you can use to create glitchy sounds, and one of the most common is the stutter effect, which is also called looper or Freezr or whatever else you want. Of course, to get a more effective sound, you need to use different speeds and on different moments. And that's basically the idea of Freezr, the new plugin from Audiomodern. This is a stutter effect with a nice step sequencer and a lot of randomization options. I got the chance to play with it before it released, but Audiomodern has no say on the content of this video, so I will give you a completely honest review. So on principle, this effect is very straightforward. It's a step sequencer where the value of every step indicates the amount of repetitions of the sound. Now of course it has a lot more features. For instance, on stereo mode you can choose different amount of repetitions for the left and right channels. For the next examples I will be using Loop Mix, another plugin by Audiomodern, which is a multi-layer loop player that chops the loops in different parts, creating unique rhythms, so I think it's great to test Freezr with it. Not only that, they share some features, but if you want a video only about Loop Mix, let me know in the comments. The other important concepts, besides the sequencing, are performance and randomization. For instance, the infinity button. When it's active, every time a sequence is complete, a new one will be randomly generated. You can also set it to change every X number of repetition with this number. Besides that, with this selector you can choose if you want to randomize the steps and the values or only the values. Now if you want to activate manually the randomization, you can use this big button in the middle. And if you want to get a random sequence but then go back to the original that you programmed, you can press the lightning button. Besides all of that, with the button under the video you subscribe to the channel. Seriously, it would mean a lot to me if you do it. Also, if you're enjoying this video, give it a like. Not only that, you can also save set frequencies down here and then play them with your MIDI keyboard. Going back to the randomization features, you can set a lock for individual steps. That way it doesn't matter how many times you press the randomization button, those specific steps won't change. And the last feature related to randomization is the complexity slider. This is very simple. With more complexity, every new random sequence will have more steps. And lastly, with this slider you can change the range between how little or how much repetitions will be added. Now, as this is a sequencer, it obviously has some sequencer type of parameters, such as the gate of each repetition. With this parameter you change the speed of the playhead, and with this you change the amount of steps. You can apply a filter only to the wet signal, and of course you have a wet amount slider. So it's a cool effect with a fairly simple concept, and that doesn't mean that it cannot give you amazing results. Now you can say that there are other sequencers with a lot more effects, but this one is 19 euros. You can even get it for free with any purchase on Audiomodern. So I think the price is pretty fair to get this kind of effect with the randomization and a sequencer. But still, we're just scratching the surface, so let me show you what you can do with this effect. For instance, we can randomize the wet and dry signal. Or you can automate not only the wet-dry controls, but also the parameters for mono or stereo. That way you will have small ear candies here and there, and sometimes the repetition will be different from each side. Of course, as this is only a repetition sequencer, it's always good to use other effects after it, for instance some delays or even some granular effects and bit crushers to make it more glitchy. And the usefulness of this effect go from adding sudden breaks and ear candy.
Move around, move your body. Yeah, you're losing control.
To make glitchy beats. So as you may suspect, my initial thought was, why should I use this plugin if I have Infiltrator 2, Effectrix 2 and FX Motion? But then I realized the price-quality relationship is really good. You can get many different sonic possibilities, so this plugin is deeper than it looks. I honestly had fun playing with it. And if you want a multi-step sequencer just for the looper effect, I will highly recommend this. So let me know in the comments what you think about this plugin and if you want me to check out other plugins by Audiomodern. Thank you so much for watching, I will see you next time, and bye bye!